Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cult Classic Podcast. Let me try that again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to What You Watchin', the bonus content from Cult Classic Podcast. Cameron Jones here, along with my co-host,
Mark Nussle.
Jordan Jones.
I'm a shoe strip. I've watched a lot of things. So let's start with something weird called Mississippi Grind. It's like a gambling movie starring Ryan Reynolds and someone else I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's just weird because Ryan Reynolds' character is almost like Ryan.
What year did this come out?
2015. Oh, I guess
2015.
But Ryan Reynolds is playing kind of a Ryan Gosling from Crazy Stupid Love, where he's very put together, and I just don't exactly know why he's helping this degenerate gambler the whole time. It's weird, but I'm a sucker for a gambling movie. So if you're in for a long, dry poker movie, check out Mississippi Grind.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's on people's top lists, like obviously behind Rounders. And
it's being featured right now on like a top 10 on one of the main streamers, which is why I got sucked into it. But
it's definitely showing up on my HBO Max quite a bit. I may check it out, although
again, it's not a great movie, but it is a gambling movie. So take that as you will. I'm a sucker for those.
It's got one of those high critic score, low audience score. So to me, that sounds like well made. A little boring.
Yep, that's 100% what it is.
Yeah,
that's 100%.
That's exactly what critic. It's like, this is a good movie. Just give it a chance. But then fans are like, I thought this was supposed to be about gambling, and I may check it out for that reason.
You might like it.
Sorry, it's not 21. You know.
Well,
yeah, I bet 21's going to be 70s all the way across. Critics and users.
What about you boys? What have you been watching? I have a bunch to go through.
I've been watching a new Hulu show. Called The Patient with Steve Carell.
Oh, yeah, I've been seeing ads for that one.
It just came out, though, so there's only, if you started now, there's only 3 episodes, and they're only like 21 minutes each.
Oh, thank God.
So, like, you can binge, I mean, you can't binge it, but you can get through those 3 episodes pretty quickly. And I'm just spoiled because usually I'm just used to shows now in our day and age coming out with like a full season. So it's kind of annoying waiting like a week at a time for the next episode, especially when they're 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I do somewhat respect the week by week. I get that way.
I respect it. I totally do.
It is fun, though. It's just because of the binge the entire season, you really do need the recap at the beginning of the episode.
True.
Yes,
like,
that is important.
What happened last week? Oh, yeah, I was watching this show. Okay, Steve Carell's in it. Let's watch it.
Yeah, it's... there's not really much humor in it. It's pretty much just a drama.
Yeah, it looks pretty serious, but it looks good. Kind of on that same vein of not like serious, but like I finished Miracle Workers season 3, but those are just like 20-minute episodes and like I don't know, like 8 episodes a season. So in reality, I'm just watching kind of a funny 2-hour movie. And like, honestly, if we're gonna elongate things into series for content, let's do it like that. Let's make episodes shorter. Let's condense it into what a movie is and what we're missing anyway. You know, I'm a fan of that method, kind of. But I do get the frustration of not being able to binge when they're that.
I recommend
short.
it. I recommend it.
No, I like the not binging. Get a couple episodes in and then come back, see if you like it, and then they did that also with I think a lot of the Hulu shows, but. What You Do, or Only Murders in the Building, that did that as well.
I will get back to that.
It's about a murderer. He basically captures his therapist and chains him in the basement to try to help him to not keep committing these murders. So it's kind of an interesting premise.
I might jump into that. Jordan, what about you? What you watching?
The main thing I've watched this week, started a new show called White Lotus because Megs and I just got HBO Max back and we're trying to have something on in the background while we're, looking at our
I've seen that thumbnail. What's it about?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
I think it's a mystery. Trying to figure it out. It's definitely got a score like it's a mystery, but
okay,
I don't know. I'll tell you if I liked it. Still haven't watched Finding Neverland. I'll let you know next week. Yeah, like 1.5. I like the first episode. They're on an island. It's a resort. And we know that from the beginning of the show, this is no spoiler, people come back from that island and somebody died. So we don't know who it is yet. I think that's the big mystery of it. So I'm kind of liking it. I like mystery.
Nice.
I think that's a new...
Too. I wish I had HBO Max now.
Well, it's all going to be going to Discovery Plus soon. So just hedge your bets and buy that.
Also watch that Elvis movie to bed like 4 times.
Oh, funny that you bring that up. Nicole and I put the Elvis movie on 2 nights ago, but we got 20 minutes in and we were like, shit, we could have sworn we were at least halfway, and it's like a fifth of the way. So we decided to do it like a series, and we split it up and we went on to something new.
Well, at least with that one, it's the continuous story is it's Elvis's life to a certain point. So I mean, you can do it in segments.
I've been griping about this for a couple of weeks, but I think I kind of hate musical biopics, and this one's kind of no different. From the moment it started, I was kind of just like, ugh. And it's fine.
If you don't like them, you're not gonna like this one.
Which is what I think most of the problem is. But it's just, I don't know. It's just very long, and I'm not interested. But I'll finish it at some point over the course of like 6 weeks. Did anybody check out that top 10 day shift with Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco?
No, is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's Netflix original. I've been just honestly hitting up a bunch of the original content Netflix top 10 shit recently, but it's a vampire movie. Jamie Foxx, he's like the day shift of vampire hunters. He's like he's trying to earn his way back onto the force. Dave Franco's like a clerical guy that gets put out in the field with him. It's not great. It's fine. It
seems like it's a little bit funny.
Not as much as you'd want. That's, I think, the biggest problem. It should be a rightist comedy, but it's just kind of like an action chuckler. There's not too many laugh out loud huge moments, but I mean, it's fine. It's entertaining. It's just not great. I also finally checked out that Megan Fox movie that everyone was talking about on the top 10, Till Death. Basic concept of that is her husband handcuffs him to her.
Chained to him,
and then he kills himself, and then she is trapped to his dead body and needs to escape from, more things ensue and more things happen. But
is this Weekend Bernie's or more like
no,
dramatic?
it's teen slasher. But honestly,
I didn't hate it.
No, it was entertaining. It was good for what it was, because I mean, it was a teen slasher kind of movie. But here's one thing I will say out of this: Megan Fox yells "fuck" like at least 3 times that are so guttural that I turned to Nicole and was like, "Wow, I really believe that delivery." Like, I don't know if she's a good actress, but that was a really good scream. So take that as you will.
To me, that just means they let him improv. Line, I got it. I'll just yell "fuck."
My only problem with that movie is there's just no way that she'd be able to drag
that
like
weight
a dead
around.
weight 210-pound body around.
Maybe like a couple times, but you're going to tuck yourself out doing that. I couldn't do that.
Like into a car, out of a car. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just.
So that triggered me
to
one of the 3 best gags or jokes in all of modern day cinema. One, you prompted my memory. It's the world, or not the world's end. This is the end. When there's a crater, and one of I actually think it's who's the guy I like so much?
Krumholtz.
Yeah, I think Krumholtz is about to fall, and Aziz is there, and he's like, "You can support me, all of your weight with one arm." And he's like, "I got you. Just jump. I will hold." He's like, "I weigh about 200 pounds. You can hold my weight, right? All of my weight on that one arm." He's like, "I got you." And he jumped, and then he fell into the abyss. That's one. Number 2 is the other guys, or the good guys. The good guys, right?
The nice
the
guys?
Other guys. Whichever one's with
Russell Crowe.
We ran into this like a couple weeks ago. Oh, that's
Mark
the other
Wahlberg,
guys.
Will Ferrell.
Other guys.
The other guys. When they're like aim
The
for the
guys,
bushes.
the nice guys.
The aim for the bushes joke with Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock. God. And then Burt Wonderstone. That movie's not great, but goddamn if the end of that movie is hilarious.
That is funny. What else has been? I watched. Here's actually my main movie recommendation. I forget what I streamed this on, but it's called Cold Skin. It takes place right before World War I, and it's this guy essentially trying to escape society in his past by taking a year position on a lighthouse. But he finds out that occasionally at night, mermaid siren creatures come to the island and attack. But it's actually really
sexy mermaids or like scary mermaids?
In between.
The Lighthouse Mermaid with the big pussy.
What?
Have you seen that movie?
Oh, The Lighthouse with yeah, I kind of forget it with Pattinson.
And
there's a mermaid vagina in that movie?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's been a second.
Big.
Thanks, bud. Check out Cold Skin though. It's kind of interesting. It's less of like a thriller. It's kind of action morality kind of thing, but it's a nice timepiece. The effects are good. It's from like 2019. Hadn't heard of it, but it was entertaining. It was pretty good.
So I just saw a preview for a movie. I'm pretty excited. It's called Amsterdam, right? It's directed by David O. Russell, who did American Hustle, Joy, and The Fighter.
Okay.
Listen to the cast in this. And this could be so. Okay, the overview is it's a period piece, an upcoming period mystery piece set in like the 20s.
Okay.
So I'm into that, and then the cast. It's Christian Bale, Taylor Swift, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, Michael B. Jordan, Robert De Niro, Chris Rock, Rami Malek, Timothy Olyphant, Mike Myers, Zoe Saldana.
We're getting like a weird
Michael
crossover
Shannon.
of like huge great actors, then like Mike Myers, like then just randoms. They're
Well,
like huge and famous, but like not like critically acclaimed actors that do like Oscars.
So the question is, though, is that a red flag when there's so many famous people in a movie? Often those don't work.
A lot of times
the time.
it is, but I mean, occasionally you get. I was about to name Wolf of Wall Street, but that was mostly Leo. Yeah,
Well,
they do kind of fail. And here's the main problem: why they spend so much on the cast that it turns out they need more writers, and they need.
That's exactly right.
They need to jump it up.
Oh, do you want to know the all-time movie sounded perfectly made for the type of movie I want to see, but just did not work?
Gangster
Monuments
Squad?
Men.
Oh yeah,
Monuments Men.
You have been going
Gangster
on about
Squad's
that for
up
years.
there.
Well, no,
God,
because
it just seemed
I was
perfect.
excited about Gangster Squad, and you were like from the get-go, that's gonna suck. You're like, that is a paint-by-the-numbers movie, and it's gonna be bad. And it was.
Look good though.
Oh,
look good though.
It looked great. The film, like the style, like the set decor, the costumes, it was all fine. The filming was fine.
Turns out you can have everything, but if you're missing a plot,
That wasn't the problem. The problem was their plot was the plot of every gangster movie, and you know the guy that's almost going to retire
Cameron,
needs to go home.
correction. The problem was it was the plot of every gangster video game.
Yeah,
There's just not enough nuance.
yeah, that's true. I did finally get around to the new Bond. That's on Amazon. That's streaming for free right now.
yeah.
I'd say
Can
go.
we talk about spoiler alerts?
No,
Can
you
we
can't.
talk? Can I?
No, you cannot. That's it. We are not a spoiler alert podcast. We've always said that. But the one thing I will say is it's not a secret though that
Sounds like he dies.
No, but it's not a secret though that Daniel Craig has said that he's done with the James Bond franchise after this. So
Right.
this was kind of his send off. So the one thing I will say that was kind of fun, but like some people might not like it, is it gets gadgetier than the other Bonds have been with
Go
Daniel
gadget
Craig. So it
Bond,
seems
yeah.
like they were having a little more fun with this one. I do like Ana de
Aston
Armas.
Martins with the pew pew guns on the side.
Yeah, a little more shit like that. Ana de Armas is in it. I have a crush on her, so I don't hate that. But it was good. It was a little more gimmicky, but like it was fine. It was good. Good movie.
But I'm no expert in Bond, but he's my Bond now. He's my favorite Bond just because I'm more familiar with his movies. Obviously, Sean Connery's the James Bond, but everybody else, I think I like his movies the most.
I'm a
Everyone's
fan
got
of
their
that.
Batman.
Daniel
Everyone's
Craig.
got their Bond.
Mark, I
Yeah.
believe you're Pierce Brosnan, and I'm
am.
that one car salesman that was only in that one Bond movie and never acted again. That guy,
Lansbury.
something like that.
Do we have a new Bond? Did they ever give us a new Bond yet? Or has it just been rumors?
No, but I think it's wild speculation.
I mean,
think
Idris
I
Elba?
feel like whenever this
Eagles
happens,
Elders come
though,
up.
I feel like there.
That'd be kind of cool. I'd like
That'd be
him.
kind of sweet. I feel like there's always a pretty big gap though between these. I think we're gonna have like well, by big I mean at least 5-year gap.
well, it really depends who owns their
rights.
IP, what's it called? IP,
Yeah.
intellectual property.
Property.
Whoever owns it. I mean, if it was Disney, they'd already have one out.
True.
It'd already be out. They'd have a series about it too.
Well, it just got out on streaming through Amazon, so it doesn't seem too connected to a lot of major players.
I feel like it's MGM, whoever MGM is, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I think it's MGM, so I guess that has affiliation through Amazon somehow.
I
Well,
don't.
they might have
really
just sold
know.
the rights to it. I mean, everyone just sells streaming rights to whatever. What else you guys been watching? Anything else?
I caught
Prompted
up
from
on like an 80s, late 80s, early 90s Tom Cruise movie, The Firm. Just watched that for
movie.
the first time.
I've actually never
Yeah.
seen The Firm in its entirety. Just like
corporate
it's-
espionage.
It's really
What's going
long, but
on?
Yeah, it's just about a corrupt law firm. but it's
if I
good.
was to guess, I've seen 63% of that movie, but never in its entirety in one sitting. I've just like caught most of the end, caught a lot of the
long watch.
beginning. Yeah.
Disjointed firm. That's tough. That's a tough go.
Yeah. Well, I figure like
There's this movie that came out a few years ago, like 5 years ago, starring Matthew McConaughey, called The Lincoln Lawyer.
based
It's
off
another
a
courtroom drama.
book, I believe.
Book,
I think
yeah.
I read the book.
I never caught that one, but I'm almost close to clicking it all the time.
Time out. Isn't that a remake? Because didn't like Matt Damon make The Lincoln Lawyer?
No.
I might be thinking of someone.
Thinking Rainmaker?
Oh yeah, I sure am. Yeah, I am. Which is a very similarly like lawyer book based stuff thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go down rabbit holes. I went down when I watched The Firm about 6 months ago, a courtroom drama, 90s courtroom drama. Watched The Firm, watched Rainmaker, did a little Runaway Jury. You know how it is.
I mean, for the last few days, I've just been watching Friends in the background because I've been busy as shit and I do not need to pay attention to anything. But I do get suckered in about 15 minutes every once in a while of an episode where I'm like, oh no, I'm watching.
I can tell you,
Reese Witherspoon's in this. Yeah, Paul Rudd's in this.
Gianno
Paul Rudd,
Ribisi, he's popped up a bunch of times without being introduced yet as like the brother character. He's just been like an extra so far in the first couple seasons.
Oh, so I do think he was on a couple before he was dedicated a character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's like popped up 3 times and was like the guy on the street.
I'll tell you a funny thing I watched for the first time in years. So, Meg and I were in the hospital for her delivery, right? Mm-hmm. But we had a lot of time before like the actual delivery, like pushing started happening. We were, just playing the waiting game. So we tossed on The Office in the background because we're like, oh, this will be on all day. But what's nice is there was a countdown in the corner for the MTV Music Awards. So all day I had a literal countdown. And so eventually I'm like, this baby's going to be born just in time for us to watch the Music Awards. It wasn't. She was in labor, but eventually it repeated 6 times that night. So I did watch it. Big night for Jack Harlow. Big night for Jack Harlow.
In our heyday, I feel like I was a bigger fan of the MTV Movie Awards. That's when we had all the parodies. That's where all the stars came out. Those were the good ones.
I would have loved it to be the movie
do
awards.
both? Did he just do the movies?
Him and Jack Black mostly did movies, I believe.
I think the only person that really crossed over host music and movies was Jimmy Fallon. I think he did both.
I don't even remember him doing any. Like a long time ago or recently?
Oh, a long time ago. Although it is funny. So I did watch this,
wait.
right?
I do have a memory of him being very excited and introducing Guns N' Roses for something. Was he hosting that year?
Future Cameron?
That I don't know.
Grab a charger from my mouse. It's not working at all, so continue. Okay.
No, but the funny thing about this is there was a countdown literally all day. So I'm like, 3 hours until, the Music Awards or Megan being born. Or our kid being born.
I mean, that's still pretty fun.
It was a good running joke that went on all day. So, but like any good joke and callbacks or any classic, sometimes people are going to get annoyed during the middle of it. But you give it enough time, it becomes a classic. You keep calling it back.
Oh, I have something for you might like. I think it's called Little Evil on Hulu. It's another one of these shows that the animation looks very similar to Rick and Morty. So
I saw that one. It might actually be from
the same producers. Well, I think the voice.
Yeah.
So basic concept: a little girl's like the spawn of Satan, but it's like a funny kind of like deadbeat divorced dad thing where the devil's trying to get back in her life and her mom doesn't want any part of it. So I think the voice of the devil is Danny DeVito, maybe, but it hasn't been like hilariously funny. But there's been a couple moments that have gotten me to chuckle. You might enjoy it actually if you check it out.
Is it on Hulu?
I think it's Hulu.
Oh, I don't have
Danny
Hulu.
Is this an animated thing?
Yeah, I think it's called Little Evil. It's like essentially this little girl is the spawn of Satan.
I've heard about this.
I watched like one episode yesterday. It was kind of funny. Another just background watch, but
it's isn't he like a producer or director?
He might be. I think Danny DeVito's.
And no. I think another DeVito's in it too.
Oh yeah,
possibly.
Oh, like his daughter. She might be one of the voices.
Yeah,
that could make sense.
I think that's a thing.
Oh, that's fun. That's kind of all I watched this week. What about you guys? Anything else to wrap it up?
I just have a throw off. I've been the new MasterChef. I don't know.
Oh, nice. Funny enough, that was
nice.
a new
MasterChef.
That was on in the background a second ago too. Nice.
Yeah, it's good. It always makes me hungry, but
you gotta.
Yeah, down nuts.
My big thing is whenever I order shitty food like McDonald's, then I'll turn on a cooking show and it makes me feel better about what I'm eating. That's the secret, Mark.
Yeah.
It's like I'm having scallops
not a bad
instead of
idea.
this big chicken.
It works in the opposite for me. I watch it and then I get shitty food. It's like, well, I can't make that, but I can get McDonald's. It's a slippery slope for me. It's actually really bad.
I mean, don't feel shame. That's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to go get some White Claws and some McDonald's and call it a day.
Nice. Yeah. It looks like we're impeding Cameron on his destiny.
Jordan, any other things you watched this week?
No, but I did think of this from last week's What You Watching. Mm-hmm. I forgot a movie that's gotten lost in the sauce. I suggested Bridge of Spies.
Oh yeah, you've been suggesting that for a hot minute. I'll get to. Is it on
Ford versus Ferrari? Yeah, it's on like Amazon
one.
Prime, right?
Okay, then I can see that. I might get to that.
Ford versus Ferrari, I think, is another movie that's gotten lost in the sauce. But also Hacksaw Ridge. Now, I don't condone Mel Gibson and anything he believes about Jews and probably a lot of things. But damn if he can't direct a movie. Check out Hacksaw Ridge. It's from like 6 years ago.
It was pretty good. Oh, I also forgot
that
week.
That was at least nominated.
Yeah, it was
right?
up for some shit. It might have been Best Actor Andrew Garfield, if I remember, maybe. One other thing, I guess I did watch another vampire movie that's also top 10 on Netflix, Night Teeth. This one was actually a little more fun than the Jamie Foxx one, but the basic concept is an Uber driver picks up 2 vampires while they're going on a rampage to overtake the vampire throne. And he's just along for the ride kind of thing. Okay. So check out Night Teeth. That one's actually kind of fun. And if you're going to do that or Dayshift, do Night Teeth. I can't see a thing. Jordan's holding something up.
Night Teeth. I'll write that
Oh,
down.
he's holding up Night Teeth. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I don't know much about it, but it's reminding me of I looked up the movie poster. It reminds me of Constantine.
Well,
Constantine. Go check that out, too.
Well, that's all I had this week. Any other final recommendations, boys?
No, I'm just excited that we're starting to get into that sort of spooky Halloween month.
Yeah, we
start
are.
watching
spooky time.
Some horror thrillers. So,
ooh, I did see that for the first time ever, they are going to release Trick or Treat in the theaters this year.
Yep, it's coming back for like 20. We're not over 15 year. I don't know, some sort of anniversary. Can't be that long, but.
You guys see that new Pinocchio with Tom Hanks?
Haven't seen it. Seen the scary looking preview.
I see that it
you
exists.
see about it though?
What do you mean?
Have you heard about it? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I thought there was like controversy. I was like, what did he do? What did they do?
No, I just like it's interesting.
So if I could recast a Geppetto right now, anyone that I could think of, I would do the grandpa that reads the story of Princess Bride. That's your Geppetto. Sure. That's who you want.
That's fine for me.
Good Geppetto. Solid Geppetto. Might be my best recasting of all time.
Well, and on that high note, thanks for checking out What You Watch and the bonus content from Cult Classics. If you like what you heard, make sure you like and subscribe, rate and review on whatever your favorite podcast app is. If you want more content, make sure you check out Cult Classic Podcast, Urban Hermit, and I'm Not Crazy. We'll check you on the next one.
Bye. Bye.